Suzanne is 14 now. And I noticed a lot of little things changing around the house. Little things at first. She kind of lost interest in the softball team and let her ball cap hang on the hook in the hall most of the time. And she's kind of taken up lip gloss. Started fixing her hair a lot. And she has a sudden interest in the youth group at church. I'd like to be able to tell you folks that that's a spiritual thirst on her part. But that's not the whole story. I found out because I volunteered to take 6 weeks to youth meetings, and I noticed that every week she came in and sat down beside the same blonde-headed kid, and it wasn't a girl. And I thought maybe it was time she and I had a serious talk, and I mentioned it to her, and she said she thought it was a good idea. She thought I really needed it. So we had our talk, and boy did I learn a lot. While we were talking, I asked her where she got her ideas about love, things like that, because I want to know what she's thinking. And she said, oh, from you and Daddy mostly, and from church and school and things I read and TV and from love songs, she said. Well, I don't know much about love songs these days, and so I said, well, Suzanne, why don't you listen to the radio and kind of write down some of the lyrics and let me see some of the love songs, and she did, and I brought these classics here tonight because I thought maybe you might be interested in some of them too. This one says, you're the one in a million, you're the one, you're the one. You're the one in a million for me. You're the one in a million, you're the one, you're the one. You're the one in a million for me. Now there's something you can really build your life on, right? Well, this last one says, I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. But don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now really, in order to be fair to you kids, I think I should tell you that I have a very good memory. And I remember some of the songs that your parents and we were singing when we were your age. Now they probably won't admit it, but this was a real big one. It went, you hoo, send me. You hoo, send me. You hoo, send me. Honest you do, honest you do. Hoo. There's another verse and the meaning kind of builds as it goes along. Second verse says, you hoo, thrill me. You hoo, thrill me. You hoo, thrill me. Honest you do, honest you do. Hoo.
They don't write songs like they used to.
Now, in case your grandparents are having too good a time, I thought maybe you might remember this one. It went, now if you run into a 5'2", covered with furs, diamond rings and all those things, you can bet your life it isn't her. But could she love, could she woo? Could she? I hope she gets some supplementary material along the way. The love songs talk a lot about falling in love. I don't think I even like that phrase, falling in love. One thing I'd like for Suzanne to know as she grows is that life is not a series of chances, but a series of choices. And there isn't any such thing as a little choice, because they tend to build on each other. Bill and I used to teach English, and I remember a line by Robert Frost that said, And knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Choices really matter. I came home from the grocery store the other day as my arms loaded with groceries, and I put them down on the counter, and there was a yellow legal pad with a note on it in handwriting that no human being could possibly read. That's how I knew it was from Bill. And the note said, "Dear Gloria, I came home for lunch and you weren't here to fix me any. Thanks a lot." So I fixed myself some spinach and Spam.
I'm really good at spinach and Spanish.
You know, a list of things he kind of wanted me to do in the afternoon.
It's the way I put it together that really makes it work.
And some errand that he would like me to run.
If you're in the area sometime, just stop in and I'll hook you up with that.
He had some other things in the note, but down toward the bottom, he said, "So now I'm done eating and I'm sitting in the kitchen by myself. And everything I see in this house reminds me of you. I just wanted to tell you thanks for helping me make a home and raise 3 kids I love. This place is a refuge for me. It's really fun being a family. I love you, Bill." Boy, that sounded good. I need it. I go on it. It makes me feel like I matter. We live in a really little town. Oh, not much to do there. We can go up on Saturday and watch the Greyhound come in. Or we can really do the big number and go to the bakery for caramel rolls in the morning. And Benji woke me up one morning. He's our little 8-year-old, and he said, "Mom, wake up. Let's sneak out and go to the bakery, just you and me, before anybody else wakes up." I said, "Well, Benji, you have to wait till I comb my hair and put on some makeup. I can't go like this. I'm just too ugly." And he said, "Mom, don't say that. You couldn't look ugly to me." Well, I wanted to hug him. And I walked out into the sunshine that morning feeling like I could just lick the world. There were 2 of them now. A guy that couldn't help it and a little boy that didn't know any better. But I know people that are kind of hard for me to get along with, just like you do. People who seem to strike out. But that day I didn't have any trouble with those folks at all. It wasn't them, it was me. Because something about knowing those 2 people loved me made me able to look at them and say, in my heart, "I love you. And you don't even have to love me back. Because I am loved. And I'm loved by a couple people who know me pretty well." I got to thinking, what would happen if just those 2 very human people could make that big of a difference in my life? What would happen if we all really believed what we say in church? That Jesus Christ, God's personal expression of himself, chose to come here and get involved in the daily of our lives so that he could let us know in a tangible way that he really knows us and he really loves us. The person that knows us best, the person ultimately whose opinion is the only one that matters, said with a cross, "I love you. I know you and I love you." I think it would change our lives. Do you believe that? We wrote a little song. It's a simple little song, but it is potent. And I guess if we came here tonight for any reason, we came so that we could leave this in your mind. And we want you to learn it. I hope it bugs you all next week. It just says, we are free to love each other. We are really loved.
I am loved. I am loved. I can risk loving you for the one sing along.
I am love, I am love. I can risk loving you. For the one who knows me best loves me most. I am love,
You are love.
you are love. Won't you please take my hand?
We are free to love each
We
other.
are free to love each other. We are love. I said, if you knew, you wouldn't want me. My scars are hid by the face I wear. He said, my child, my scars go deeper. It was love for you that put them there.
Now sing it again. I am love.
I am love.
I am love.
I am love.
I can risk loving you.
I can risk loving you.
For the one who knows me
For
best.
the one who knows me best
Loves me most.
loves me most.
I am love.
I am love.
You are love.
You are love.
Won't you please take my
Won't you
hand?
please take my
We
hand?
are free to love each other.
We are free to love each other. We are love. Forgiven, I repeat it. I am forgiven and clean before my Lord. I freely stand. Oh, I'm forgiven. I can dare. Oh, you, my brother. I've been forgiven. I reach out to take your hand.
Now everybody sing it again. I am
I
love.
am love. I am love. I can risk loving you.
For the one who knows me
For
best.
the one who knows me best loves me most.
I am love.
I am love. You are love. Won't you please take my hand? We are free to love each other. We are love.
Okay, sing it again. I am love.
I am love. I am love. I can risk loving you.
For the one who knows me
For
best.
the one who knows me best
Loves me most.
loves me most. I am love.
You are love.
You are love. Won't you please take my hand? We are free to love each other. We are
The
love.
last line. Sing it again.
We are free.